Hello, my divine, beautiful beings of light. How are you? Today, we are going to do our tarot and oracle reading in one video because I've been so busy and I just figured I would do this one video all together. So I think I'm going to draw our oracle card first. So you guys, I am moving on Saturday. Today is the 7th, Sunday the 7th in Australia. So I'm going to put this out. So it's out today and out for Sunday in the States where I'm from. So I will do that. So this reading is for the week of February the 7th through February the 13th. So I'm just going to feel the energy, see what the guides have to say to us. So yeah, so I'm working most days this week. I just put out my website, so that's already getting going. So it's really exciting. And my YouTube channel just like shot through the roof all of a sudden. Thank you, Avalon. Again. It's great. So exciting. Love it. Alright. Flame tree. The start of something new. Well, that resonates already. So what I'm noticing is that there's flame tree. It's not just the start of something new, but there's a level of destruction or ending happening. When there's a forest fire, it can seem very traumatic or like a big upheaval, but whenever there is a fire, it actually gives chance for new growth to happen. So I feel like the energy of this week could possibly be the endings of things, so that something new can come through. I always use as an example my relationship with my previous boyfriend for this. Me and him were not working very well. We've broken up several times over the course of our 15th month relationship. And I remember the final time when we finally broke up, I just got this overwhelming feeling that the energy I needed in my life was something very, very different. And me and him have actually reconnected and we're like best friends now. So it all worked out quite nicely. But at the time, it was just not working at all. And I felt in a lot of ways, because of the relationship, I was being held back energetically a lot. Like I was doing really good and then we'd be together and I feel like I was being pulled back in a lot of ways, like not in my life, but just energetically, because of where we both were at. And I felt like I had to remove that from my life before I could actually attract things that were in a higher vibration, which is where I was trying to get. Which I was having to lower my vibration in these situations because they were very, very out of alignment. And the last time we broke up, I felt that there was this overwhelming feeling of I need to let this go so something better can come into my space. And when we broke up, there was this feeling of release. And within a couple weeks, I'd already connected with Tyler, which I thought was really, really interesting. Like, I genuinely believe that I would not have connected with Tyler if I'd stayed in the energy I was in beforehand. So I feel like this is kind of what this card is talking about. Letting things go, letting things be released so that what's better for you can come into the space. Alright, now for our tarot. Today I'm going to be doing our spread with the Druidcraft Tarot. This is my always go-to for readings of other people. This deck is very clear for me, and it had been in a spread that I was using, so that's why I was using the Deviant Moon, which I also love, but this is my go-to deck, and so I cleared up that spread recently, and so now I am going to use this deck for our reading. Alright, so energy for the week of the 7th to the 13th. Messages are going to be, of course, again, this is the general energy, so this isn't necessarily going to apply to everyone, but this is the general energy on the planet. So hopefully most people will resonate with this. So I'd like to eventually do a video on tools in spiritual practice. A lot of people are very one side or the other. It's like, yes, you use tools. Yes, it's very important. You need this tool and this tool, and if you don't use that tool, it's not legit, blah, blah, blah. And there's other people who say you don't need any tools. Don't use tools because they're a hindrance. It hinders you from realizing your full power. And I believe they're just tools. And I'm going to do a whole video on that. On chosen tools of spiritual growth. Also, we're gonna talk about that in the interviews as well, so I'm really excited. These cards are so much bigger, they take up so much more room. Oh, wow. Okay, alright. In the mind section, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles represents being in a good space, but also holding on to things, worrying about lack. This is kind of known as the Miser card. I'm not sensing that it's like that. I believe that this is a feeling of, if I let something go, it's going to be lost forever. I feel like right now it would be good to let go of that belief system. There's always plenty in the universe. If you're letting something go, that's where it's supposed to be right now. If you were supposed to have it, it would be with you. So don't worry so much about losing things or loss of, and usually this is about money or physical things. So it could be money, place to live. It could even be a relationship in a physical sense. Maybe you're moving out of a space with a partner, that type of thing. I know this lines up for me, and I don't want to put what's going on for me on this, but this feels really accurate to me. Let it go, and if it's meant to be around, it will come back to you. Do not fear lack. In the physical space, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This has a very similar energy to the Empress. Prosperity, feeling good, feeling abundant, being more connected into the body. I feel like this week we are going to become much more in tune with our bodies. Maybe you will have an experience of finding something out about your body, something that might be good to shift, something that will really be helpful. I sense a lot of abundance in the physical aspect as well, not only in the body, but in the space around you. In the physical space, there's going to be abundance. There is going to be a comfortable energy. In the spirit place, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about daydreaming, not being so much set in reality, maybe not being fully in a space of clarity. I sense that a lot of us on a soul level are having a hard time, just being like, I want this and I want this, and kind of in a daydream state and not being so much in the present. I believe pull it back. I believe it would be good to pull it back, be more centered, be more in the moment. I think that's going to be really important this week. Don't go off and start thinking about, oh, what about this? Be in the moment. What's happening now is really important. Don't be so daydreamy this week. Become more centered. The thing that's going to help with this part of the spread is going to be the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is about strategy and being very aware of what's going on, being really planning things out, really thinking things out. Don't just like in the soul card, don't be so flighty. What's really going to help this week is being focused and aware of what's happening and what's going to be good for you. Maybe write down a list. Maybe if you're having an issue with something, write down like your thoughts. put it into paper, put it into physical perspective, really think it out. That's really going to be important for this week. All right, so the main energy of this week is the Nine of Pentacles. Not too bad, you guys. The Nine of Pentacles represents things being in a really good space, abundance. You see this woman, she's in a good space. She's well dressed. She has her things together. Things are going to be in a really good space this week. There's going to be a feeling of safety and comfort this week. Things are going to be moving into a really good space. This also represents not having a lack of money, things being taken care of. Not too bad, you guys. This looks good. The last couple weeks have been a little rocky, but I think this week is going to be really good. What's really going to help is going to be the High Priest or the Hierophant in most decks. I'm sensing that maybe connecting with your spiritual side, making sure you set time for ritual or just or prayer or whatever that is for you. Make an effort to really connect to your spirituality this week. Maybe do some studying. Stay focused. Stay aware of what's important to you and really connect with that. The thing that is going to be a hindrance to you is the Two of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles represents a balance of play and work. I feel like this week it may not be, you might be doing more play or more work. I would suggest bringing in this energy, not allowing yourself to get too playful or too into the workspace. Make there be a balance. I believe the hindrance will be that we are out of balance this week, that we're going to be focusing on something so much. What's really going to help this week and feeling comfortable and really centered is about being balanced. So make sure you spend time with yourself and having a good time and also putting in work. That's also very important. And the main energy of this week that is going to really help this is the Lady, or as we usually know as the Empress. The Empress is about fertility and abundance. So remember this. This is a good thing to remember. You are abundant. The universe is abundant. Remember that. You are not going to have a lack. These things make us think we are in a space of lack, that we don't have everything we want, because, even with the Seven of Cups, there's a sense of not really being in the moment, feeling that maybe there's something to daydream about. What this is saying is, remember there is abundance. You can have all the abundance you need. You do not need to be stingy. You can be free. You can be relaxed. Remember, the main energy is actually the Nine of Pentacles. This is just how we're feeling. This is just in our minds. So I would say that there's an illusion that there may be lack, but this is saying, remember there is abundance. Remember that. So be a little free with yourself this week. Don't forget, if you need something, the universe will provide it. That's really important to remember this week. I think a lot of us are dealing with feeling like there is lack. So I think that's what this card is saying as well. And then that's where this comes in again. Even though there may be feeling like there's a shedding, maybe there feels like there's a destruction, maybe things are falling apart, don't forget, that is only happening because new growth needs to happen. So remember, there's always abundance. There's always going to be new life underneath. So that's the reading I'm getting for this week. I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you would like a personal tarot reading, you can check out my website or my Etsy. I have different readings on both of those that you can check out. I also have clothes and crystals and all that stuff on my Etsy, and my website has a bunch of different things that I'm offering now to the public, which I'm really, really excited about. Also, my Facebook and my Instagram are also down below in the description, so if you'd like to check that out, feel free. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If this really resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. It's always really nice to hear how you guys are going and if the reading was helpful. This reading really lines up for me. I know it resonated with me, so I'd love to hear how it resonated for you. Hope you all are very well. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Namaste.